Hello and welcome to today's Daily Dominion by Holtz. It's August the 1st, which is actually a bank or national holiday in Switzerland. Um, so I can do this a little earlier than usual during the week. Let's look at the kingdom. Tuesday, I think this is the day where we only have a single ride, single kingdom. This is Plunder. Looks like everything is kind of duration here. Um, and we got the quartermaster again, which I think we had a few times recently. It's usually fun to play. Uh, yeah, so let's have a look. Draw is map maker, and then quartermasters and cards you kind of put off quartermasters, which will be map makers, I guess, mostly, and potentially some cabin boys. And we won't need so many villages because we could trigger the map makers with an estate gain of a quartermaster, which the minute we have multiple quartermasters is a good option. Plus buy is buried treasure, and then obviously loots you gain off cutthroat. We'll need to see because the priority I think is getting a few quartermasters when we or if we ever get cutthroat. Enlarge, if we have a 5-2 open, I think I would do the enlarge. If not, yeah, we'll have to see because we got Maelstrom, which trashes 3 cards from your hands, and if your opponent has, I think, 4 or more cards, they get to trash 1. So if we, for example, play the Cutthroat on them, we can Maelstrom without them getting the benefit of trashing. On the other hand, we might struggle initially to hit 5. Sorry, not 5. Hit enough, like 7 or something. Well, you need to hit 4, and then you have 3 cards left, so it could be like 7 or some estates with it to actually do some decent trashing. Yeah, we got also Secluded Shrine for trashing, which could be good. I mean, if you gain buried treasures, which are not so expensive, you might be able to trash 2 cards using the shrine, and then we don't need to Maelstrom as much. So we might see these options. And then the rush is just getting a card into play right away when you buy it. And this is obviously with these duration cards, awesome. So like hitting 7 to get a quartermaster in play right for the next turn is great. Frigate, yeah, it depends a bit on how the AI plays this. If they go for the map maker route, they tend to like them. So I could see we get a frigate into play or try to get a frigate into play each turn just to avoid them drawing a big hand of map makers that either we trigger with an estate gain or they trigger themselves. So yeah, frigate is also something to keep in mind. Silver mine not relevant here. I think it could only really get silver, which yeah, given this strong kingdom, I think we don't want silvers. We want loots if possible, or we get a lot of buried treasures, or we get coin through frigates, for example, and cabin boys. So I don't think silver is a good addition to the deck at later stages. Yeah, the open could just be silver and mapmaker, which gives us a chance actually to hit 7, which would be a rushed quartermaster. So I think that's already worth doing. Or we do the maelstrom or something if we hit 6, could also be very good. So this is what did they rush? Nothing. Okay, they just did it for fun. I guess they have a 5-2 open, which is a little scary for us, yeah, because they start right away. Ooh, okay, this is bad. We get the 2. Oof, do we trash those 2 estates? I'd say no. I think here we just get a cabin boy. Yeah. I mean, we got the silver coming up. This is already 3 down here. Yeah, and then we can skip the cabin boy with map maker if we happen to see. It could also be another silver, but I like the cabin boy for the option to turn it into a quartermaster. Yeah, not hitting 5 having played map maker is a little sad here. So yeah, now I think we go straight into the quartermaster, or do we bury treasure and then rush a quartermaster? I think that's probably a little better. Because here we trigger if we see the map maker, and then we need a minimum another turn to get the quartermaster in play. And here we might even not trigger. Well, it doesn't matter if we trigger or not if we rush it, so it's in play right away. Okay, this is again super sad. Okay, we made it. So here we got 8, which is just, yeah, I think it's just a rushed quartermaster for now. Or is it an enlarge? Well, we just dashed the estate, so there is no estate in here in the next 3 cards, which might make our enlarge a little sad. Yeah, no, I think it's the quartermaster. It's just too strong here. Yeah, okay. I think we are kind of back in business. Let's hope they get the quartermaster wrong, as in a recent game where they just gained too much. They didn't use the cards they gained a lot. I think here it's worth. We hit 6, huh? If we do the cabin boy, and then the quartermaster could just get a map maker for now. Here we could maelstrom, I think. Cabin boy +2. It's not the best maelstrom ever, but it's better than buying a quartermaster, I think. I mean, we could also do the buried treasure again, and then rush another quartermaster, or enlarge then if the estates are coming up. So here we gain a map maker, I think. Yeah, I think this is just it's too strong. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I mean, we could actually get an estate just to trigger. On the other hand, we don't have any cards besides the cabin boy that would the silver is coming up. I think we want to hit 7 here, which we don't if we take it. We want to hit 7, gain get another quartermaster in play, and then trigger the map maker from this quartermaster with an estate from the other quartermaster, sort of something like this. Gain card. Let's do another. Just play. Oh shit! So we saw this cabin boy. Oh damn it! Yeah, now it would have paid off in afterthought. Well, then we do the thing next turn. It's a little sad, but yeah, can't do anything against it now. So 5. Yeah, what is this 5? Uh, um, good question, huh? Even be a rushed secluded shrine or something. Uh, it's not the worst, because we will get another buried treasure soon. And is it good? Is it better than getting a 5 and then waiting until it's in play? I think I kind of just like it, so let's do it. Yeah, all right. And I think now we do the thing. Lane card. We just get this estate. Okay, these two. Right. That worked out. So we've got our second quartermaster, gain and play. And now we get a map maker off and we do, yeah, cabin boy, I think we do the +2, huh? We don't have a plus buy coming in. So we might as well dash it for a buried treasure, for example. When we will find the buried treasure, right? And I think, well, if we get a buried treasure, we can trash 2 cards. That's quite cool. So, okay. Gain duration, this one. Play, secluded shrine trashes these 2. Then we take this, and we gain an estate to trigger. Trigger again. Okay, this looks like a deck now. The only thing is we only hit 6 here. So I shouldn't have trashed the copper, I guess. Yeah. Um, the Maelstrom, maybe. They know they. Hmm, no, because we draw already. We can live with these 5 starting cards. Uh, hmm, we could rush a cabin boy, for example. That's not bad, huh? Or just get another buried treasure. It's also not bad. This is +2 and this is +3, and we already have a plus buy, right? We played both. Plays a buried treasure, right? Right. So we already have 2 buried treasures this turn. So I think a rushed cabin boy could be better. So we can turn it to a buried treasure next turn, and we can get a quartermaster of it. We have 1 action we can at our disposal. Yeah, let's just rush the cabin boy. Okay, and here we definitely get another. Okay, do we use the secluded shrine? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's keep it. Okay, we drew our deck already, right? Yeah, it's just the 2. So we can just gain estates. They provinced. I mean, we are now in the position, I think, to also province. Yeah, we shouldn't turn this guy into a buried treasure because then the secluded shrine can do nothing. I think I want to get rid of this last estate. Probably wouldn't need it with all those map makers, but I mean, this guy could just get the estate. Huh? But we keep getting estates here, and then here we take the map makers. Yeah, this was when we only had 1 quartermaster. Yeah, so here, gain card. Gain card. Didn't we have 3 quartermasters or not? I thought I saw 3. No, this is the cabin boy. Okay, I got confused. I mean, for now we literally we will get an estate likely unless they trigger. They will trigger our map makers, but we might want more map makers. I think we don't get to do the frigate. We just don't have time. Mm, mm. Cabin boy doesn't make sense to get because we don't get it into play. Well, we could get a quartermaster into play. Let's think about that for a second. So if we do get the quartermaster, the map maker in the hand here, Trash the cabin boy. Could also be a frigate, just to kind of then we can't trash with this included shrine, but that's not the worst thing in the world here. And we can still gain and play stuff like a quartermaster. Yeah, I think I like that. So take this into your hand. Trash. Gain duration. A frigate. Does it stifle them? Or it could even be a cutthroat would be great, I think. Yeah, cutthroat is better. If not now, then probably never. And then gain the estate so that we can play the cutthroat, right? Yeah, we don't need to trigger again. Decline and just play the cutthroat. Okay, cool. And now we definitely get, because we wouldn't have a buy otherwise, we definitely get a buried treasure. And we could now use the Maelstrom again rather than doing other stuff. We got 12, so this could also be another quartermaster into play, or even even a frigate. But we just cutthroat them so they won't draw too much. Yeah, they don't have villages either, so they can't really chain anything if they don't get a green. They have 2 quartermasters. All right. We need to watch piles a bit, but still fine. It's currently just Mapmaker Estate. 12. So what do we do with the 12? Maelstrom would feel like cleaning, yeah, really good in terms of cleaning, but we just don't need it. And then the coppers is actually payload. So I think we just get this guy, Cutthroat, and we rush another quartermaster. Yeah. Yeah, and we see a map maker. This is important because they will green. Yep. And we want to get our stuff here. Yeah. Okay. Almost. I mean, this is just crap left now. So here, I think we pile. Yeah, this will make triggering the whole map makers a little harder now. So the question is, is there another one? Can I see this, or how do I get to view this? I think I had this before, so there was a trick which I forgot. I think I have to click something. I just have to click on one, I think. Okay. So yeah, let's do this one, the one that is clean. We want to just leave them the 2 estates, and they will trigger our. This could actually be a village just to be on the safe side of things. And here we gain. I think we leave those estates untouched. Okay, we play another cutthroat, and this will give us a huge payload next turn. 7. I mean, we could just next turn the Emperor. Well, what do we do with 10? We could rush an Enlarge. It's probably pretty good, but then we don't get the cutthroat. Yeah, so 10 would be buried treasure and what? And something else. Yeah, I mean, could be a maelstrom. 5, 8. No, we need 9, and then we would just trash 2 cards. This is not worth it. Yeah, I think we want to trigger the Cutthroat. Gives us probably plus buy, and yeah, what do we do with another Quartermaster now? It's the estates are empty, and I think we've got everything lined up. So now, and one more buried treasure, I think, to trigger the Cutthroat. Okay, doubloons may not be the worst, so we could get an enlarge actually, or just another buried treasure. So any way of piling next turn. These are still, this is 20. I mean, we can turn. No, we don't have a cabin boy in play, do they? They have one in play. Ah, we need to watch. They could hit 15, but they're down to 3 cards. I think, given we just got doubloons, we take the enlarge, and we got one harbor village on the mat. So yeah, okay. Okay, so they indeed turned it into a. Okay, we can trigger our stuff. Okay, shit, yeah, we're so full of shit now. With all those. Okay, now we don't take the buried treasure, right? Yeah. I mean, they left us one estate. No, they don't. They take it. Okay, so we can't easily trigger stuff now. These are already gained. So we need to get this off the mat. So it was prudent to actually do it. What's the goal for this turn? Maybe not too much. We just gain. Maybe we set up the next turn. We just gain 2 villages here. We draw. We play Cutthroat and Secluded Shrine. We get a buried treasure and province or something, and then next turn with the 2 villages we can just trigger all our map makers. I mean, there's also an argument to just get them off the mat, so they're in the deck. So if they green, we can use them. Could be the better thing actually. So we could just get them in the deck. Okay. Don't know how good that is, but I think it doesn't really make sense to play them. I mean, we have an enlarge, but I think we rather play the Cutthroat now. And then the enlarge is here, which is good. On the other hand, we want to get to those map makers. So that these 2 non-map makers, which is a little concerning. Yeah, no, let's draw. We don't need to play the Secluded Shrine. It doesn't make sense. And we just don't use the enlarge right now, I think. We don't need it. We draw it next turn and then we use it. And we better throttle their turn and set up for the next turn with these 2. I just like playing that Cutthroat. So now play it. And this is 19. All right, that's cool. I mean, we have to double, right? 22 would be 8, 8, and 6. Could be another village. Just a rushed village or something, or board village, doesn't really matter. A rushed cabin boy would be good, I think. Or another now. So 1. Yeah, we need to watch those piles. 1. We don't trigger, decline, or 2. And for the 6, I mean, a Dudley. It's probably the duchy just in case. I mean, they are down to 3 cards, but I think I think it's better. Yeah, and we still have one or two map makers down here, so we have a good chance of just drawing a lot to start our turn and then finish the game with a buyout. Okay, they didn't succeed really with anything here. I think here we get the enlarge. Yeah, okay, then we take the gold. Okay, little sad we don't see another. Still fine. Okay, now can we pile? And we could take 3 cabin boys or 3 silvers. And this is pretty much no silvers might are even better because we can use them next turn. If there is a next turn. But the 3 cabin boys then we need 12, 20. Well, or a trash. Let's look at what we have on hand. This is just 3, 6. Well, this is also 3, sort of 6. No, 2. Sorry, 2. This is 5, 8, 11. Yeah. No, it's not enough. I mean, if we get 3, we enlarge the estate, then we need 16. I feel a little nervous with their 3 quartermasters, and they can then pull off the. I think we just take 3 silvers and maybe 1 harbor village. 2 silvers, 1 harbor village. Silver, silver, harbor village. Okay. All right. Okay, I didn't know that. I mean, now we have the similar situation as before. But we don't play the secluded shrine. Why would we? It's +1 for the. I mean, it's a silver now if we play it, but the map maker does way more than a silver does. Yeah, and we could also just trash it. And what's this? 3, 6. It's double province. Yeah, well, I think we just get 1 province. And then we play a cutthroat just to stifle their turn. I think. Yeah, here let's just get rid of this. We won't play it ever again, I think. We could just do a buried treasure. Yeah, that's quite good. Alright, let's do that. Trigger our cutthroat, we get a sword. We play all this. 14. Which is not a rushed cutthroat, but we have the enlarge coming up. 14 would be cutthroat and another enlarge maybe into a village. Then we have 2 enlarges we can just draw up. Then we will get 4 provinces. I think they can't pile here, right? Well, yeah, but if we stifle them now, we do this. Yep, and we do this, just a village, because we don't want to lower. I hope I didn't overlook something, but this is, oh shit, no single map maker. Probably this could have been foreseen. I mean, I felt super slow, but it's only turn 13. Okay, they got something wrong here. They Maelstrom. Okay, did they look into my cards or what happened here? Oh, yeah, the village? Yeah, I think we have a village on hand. Or is it a gold? Duchy. Oh, they Maelstrom because of our enlarges, I suspect. Yeah, that's it. So what do we get off the mats? silver, and I think one village. So what do we trash here then? This is surprising. I don't know if it's good at all, but what they're doing. But we shuffled. Yeah, so that then it was not good because we should see some crap cards. Uh, I think I don't need that duchy, so I'll just trash the duchy and then hope to draw with the village. Can also give ourselves another turn. Oh, well, they lowered, so no, we don't trash the duchy then. Yeah, okay. So here I think we just pile because we get the 3 cabin boys and then we turn these 2 into provinces and that's it. Oh, we can, fortunately we can undo that. Crash. Okay, they can trigger whatever. We just get another province and it's a bit of a bumpy ride here. And this. Okay, end buys. Done. So 14 turns. Yeah, I felt this. Yeah, felt slower. I think this could be much faster. Yeah, I didn't hit 5 on the first shuffle. And then also it kind of didn't feel smooth at the beginning. But then when we got the first rushed quartermaster in play, at least emotionally, I felt much better. And yeah, we started competing on the provinces and piles. I mean, as a result of the continuous quartermaster gains, the piles got lower. Yeah, I mean that deck is fine. Huh? 5 map makers, 4 quartermasters, 4 cabin boys. Not sure about those cabin boys. If they take more map makers here, this could be even better. Huh? What do we have in comparison? I mean, also 5 map makers. Yep. Ah, they didn't gain any buried treasures. They didn't get any plus spy, I reckon. Right? That's yes. So I mean, they got some gaining through quartermasters, but this is only estates. So I think that was a fatal error. Because you need, yeah, for the pressure at the end, you need the capability to double or do other stuff, pile quicker than just with the quartermasters, pile higher cards um, like the quartermasters themselves. I think they were down to 3. Um, yeah, we started a new account for those who noticed. And so I'm going to use this now. I had a monthly cycle before. Yeah, so now we can also follow these stats a bit more sensibly because they will just continue rather than ending at the month's end. Good. So now we won one. Okay, cool. And thanks for watching. See you next time.